Dowson, 2-1 today to Beckenham in the FA Cup second qualifying round. What was your assessment on the game?
Performance-wise was fine, wasn't it? You know, we were in there half hour of the time and shot a penalty in the first half. I thought it was harsh as sending off and gone down to 10 men. Shouldn't have really hurt with. A lot of good chances, you know. Second half we got a score. Bond's first half open goal. Second half Connor open goal. And we had a lot of good chances and it wasn't going to be a problem. But we never keep clean sheets, you know. Like the defensive duties of a game are very poor this season and have been poor in pre-season. I don't know what like last year, but if defensive wise we concede goals like today is another game that would have to score 3 to win a game of football, and we've said that 6 times this season. Even down at Dover we go 3-0 up and it should have been half time cruising. We don't because we switch off defensively. So I just think defensive duties of a team are very poor at this club, and you know, the game wasn't in jeopardy at all. I think it was score because we switch off. We lose the first man, we lose the second, and the lad scores. Second goal again, we'll switch off. And like I say, attacking wise, you know, we'll score a few goals and we'll do all that we're doing. We've got some players who like to score goals, but it's just the defensive duties of the team's not very good, not at the minute. And I've had an argument there with the back four and things like that, and never been together too long and all that, you know, because we're conceding. We say, well, you know, it's not really them. And I agree with that really, like, but if we kind of keep a clean sheet and we're doing it like you say, it should have been Dover last week 3-0, not a problem. It's 3-1 and you know, the lads even against Dover here we should have scored in the last couple of minutes, but we give too many opposition chances, you know, like, you know, and we've had about 16 corners, which you should do, and we kind of put a ball in the back of the net with 2 sitters and a couple of sitters here and there, and you know, even Connor at the end, it's 3 yards out, like. But you know, if we're not going to do better defensively when we have got problems, you know, so it's some attacking play I can get with, and some of the play today, and we're cramping their half and very good, but you know, it's defensive duties all around the team, which cost the team last season, is costing me this season, and you know, I'm really disappointed, massively disappointed.
Is there something in the defensive unit you feel like we lack?
So, like leaders, no, you know, we lack leaders around the team. Like Bonner plays through his heart and his sleeve, so he comes across as a leader like that, which is fine. He does well for us, but he's not like, you know, effing or whatever, shouting like Charlie's a bit more better than that, to be honest. Connor's quiet on the pitch now, you know. 2 full-backs are quiet on the pitch now, you know, and so it's Samuel shouting, but we need some proper leaders of men, you know, who will dig the best out of the people, and we haven't got that in the team, you know, and it's something that it stands out from the sides I've had in the previous years, where, you know, people be fighting in the change room now because just lose the game and all that, you know, but it's not like that here, you know. It's like, you know, I give it all that rubbish when they go on the knees at the end, they pretend that they want to be in front of supporters and all that, and they're probably going on the ball and, oh, I'm sorry about that, and go on Twitter and say, we've got 90 minutes to do all that, you know, 90 minutes to defend, 90 minutes to put the bodies on the line, 90 minutes to you know, to show how much you care about the football club. So it doesn't wash with me very well, to be honest. I'm just massively disappointed. Like I say, with some players, and you know, who's had a horrendous day at the office today, but it's just the goals we concede. We concede a lot of goals. If you look at our goals against this season, it's quite unbelievable, really. And you know, even these games where we've been winning 1-0 and we lose 2-1, you're thinking away from home you should be able to win 1-0. And you know, let's not try to win every game, but we also try to work on shape about getting behind the ball when you've got it, and you're thinking we're still conceding, from corners, and we're still conceding from free kicks, and it's like 3 set players in 2 games. We're knocked out the FA Cup, where we made a club money and made them money, it would have done. 3 set players, like the other night against Dover, 2 today from corners. They've just cost with the FA Cup again, and the games what have been coming up, like, you know, and it's starting in pre-season, so somewhere along the line we need somebody defensively in the team to do something about it, because defensive shape we work on and defensively we work on, but just is people running off people and getting good, and we never get them. Like you say, we had the 14 corners, and alright, the centre half should have scored at both ends, easy chances, to be honest. The bottom in is, you know, you might say that's a forward job, but not when you're 6 yards out, it's not, or 5 yards out, it's not. But I can take it, but if we're not defending corners and we're not defending things, it's a defensive job. From last season, what cost you in the playoffs and cost you after winning 2 games, but defensively at this club we're not very good at the minute, and we got to either tweak it or do something about it, or do something. I'm not saying about the back 4, even though, you know, we've got to do better. It might be a midfielder, it might be a winger, we've got to do better defence, because like you say, attacking wise we look alright, defensively we look awful.
Yeah, speaking on Charlie Sheringham, one of the standout performers from today?
Probably our best player, to be honest. I thought he was our best player, to tell you the truth, because, you know, we didn't really pass it in there midfield, and you know, we didn't. But yeah, I thought the ball was cramping their half. Like I did, and I thought they were chance, and even went down to 10 men for the last 25 minutes. I didn't think there was going to be any problems, but you know, we've got to look at ourselves. I said, look at ourselves, because one or two will talk on the pitch and talk like, oh, this could be happening, this could be happening. Never look at ourselves, like we set them out to shape to win a game, and we have they're all like, some poor performances by senior players today, and that's what gets us. So listen, the problems, my head, my fault, and all of us. We've got to kick on and climb up the table. We're just very disappointed about the. Because we said it every week in pre-season. We said, okay, let's get the start of the season and we'll not concede these daft goals. But if you look at our goals against, we could have done something with every single one. We don't get Worley scored against Will. Or, maybe it's a free kick, but how that led to a free kick against Chippenham, we don't do that. We concede the goals which kill a football team, all that, and it's all round. And 1 minute it's a centre half's fault, the next minute it's a full back's fault, then it's a bloody midfielder's fault, or a centre forward not sticking with a runner. So I could go through them a lot, but we're just doing it, and didn't do it last season as much and all. And again, we've got some flair players who can do very well, and I get that. But if you haven't got that steel about you, and you haven't got that, we're not going to concede. That includes my goalkeeper as well. And we've got this thing that we're not going to concede no matter what. And, that's where the club stayed still, and it stays still on me. I've had 9 games and all the rest of it, but I know what the problem is, and I'm telling them what the problem is, and we see it. This is a problem. We concede daft goals all the way through, and what happens today? 2 set players. What happens on Tuesday night? Another set player. What happens against Chippenham? A penalty and a free kick, which we give away when we didn't have to give away. So it's been a thing I can't get rid of. So I like to try to, as a personnel, do we try to get somebody in to make them more solid, because they say, I fancy where to score a goal, I fancy where, but it's just you do know that they're going to get a corner or they're going to get a free kick, and we've got problems.
Obviously, there was a few big decisions from the ref today, starting with the penalty.
It's a penalty. I've got it on. I think it's a penalty. It's handball, a penalty, and I thought he went with one leg ping pong and all that, not two. But it's a penalty, and thing was said, that's 2 mistakes. But the penalty would have got one away. But it is a penalty, and so we'll go from there.
Yeah. And now we might have a few Saturdays off with fixtures. Chance to maybe, get more training sessions in and get the boys back.
But we've been doing it. We've been doing train after train. We're doing this going to train ground D5 aside. So I'm involved in every single train session. We see it about players wise. Well done. Move a ball. Great. We can do it a bit quicker. But we'll keep going about the defensive side of the game. We'll keep on about it. We're doing more defensive shape and attacking shape, because I think we're right attacking wise, but defensively we're not. So if we're not doing, we can't seem to get a. On it and all that, where you think, okay, let's keep a clean sheet here. Let's go and win an ugly game down Chippenham 1-0. Let's go to Taunton and win 1-0. Now we'll score a couple of own goals in these games and all that, and we're doing pick up people and all, and that's what happens with us.
Brilliant. Cheers, Dowson.
Okay, anyways.